I'm in a hotel. I don't have a home anymore. My house is gone. It's literally gone. I've been crying all night.
A fast-moving series of fires beginning January 7th has devastated areas of Southern California, causing thousands of residents to have to flee their homes, including many stars. A series of wildfires has devastated swaths of Southern California, causing thousands of residents to have to flee their homes as it rapidly engulfs large parts of the Los Angeles area. Among the more than 80,000 people displaced were celebrities, many of whom have called the area home for decades. Some, including Leighton Meester and Adam Brody, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Joshua Jackson, Anna Faris, Ricky Lake, Carrie Elwes, Cameron Matheson, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, Paris Hilton have lost their houses. Many others, including Tara Lipinski, Chrissy Teigen, Britney Spears and more, have shared that they have evacuated as the fire continues to spread. Still others, such as Bella Hadid and Sarah Stoudinger, shared that they had lost their childhood homes in the blazes. Tatum O'Neal wrote that her late father Ryan O'Neal's home was gone after he and his family lost their home in the fires. Joe Lando's Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman co-star Jane Seymour took them in. We're left with nothing except each other. My friend Jane Seymour allowed us to come over to her house and opened it up for us without any hesitation, and thank God gave us some place to come and sleep, he wrote on Instagram. If it was just us. If it was just us. I'd be really okay with this. But it's everybody. It's everything. I'm just devastated and heartbroken for everybody. All the people we know. Welcoming Joe and his family into our home while they try to make sense of the inexplicable is just what you do for family. And the Landos are our family, Seymour said, per TV Line. First and most importantly, all the people closest to me affected by the fire are okay, actor Joshua Jackson said in statement January 12. My daughter, my family, my neighbors all made it out safely. Sadly, my beautiful home did not survive the fires. But today, I feel incredibly lucky to be surrounded by the people I love. Julia Louis-Dreyfus' home in the Palisades was demolished. Photos confirm. Reps did not immediately return a request for comment. On Friday, January 10th, YouTube creators Colin Rosenblum and Samir Chaudhry said they lost their homes in the Palisades fire, writing in an Instagram post that the loss was compounded by the fact that both their wives are pregnant. The enormity of the loss is very overwhelming, they wrote. Both of our wives are pregnant and our primary focus right now is getting back on stable ground. We'll be pausing uploads for a bit while we figure out what's next. This Is Us star Milo Ventimiglia returned to his burned-out home with CBS Evening News' Tony Dokoupil and called the experience heavy. He said he and his wife Jerry Mariano, who is 9 months pregnant, watched the fire engulf their home on security cameras. We'll make do, he said after surveying the destruction. Wife and baby are most important. Mel Gibson confirmed that his home had burned down while he was filming in Austin, though everyone at home safely evacuated, and his chickens survived. Obviously, it's kind of devastating. It's emotional, Gibson said on News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas Reports Thursday. You lived there for a long time. And you had all your stuff. Everything from photographs to files to just personal things that I had from over the years. And clothing. Pretty cool stuff. But you know, that can all be replaced. These are only things. The good news is that those in my family and those I love are all well. And we're all happy and healthy and out of harm's way. That's all I can care about. Really. Is Us star Milo Ventimiglia returned to his burned-out home with CBS Evening News' Tony Dokoupil and called the experience heavy. He said he and his wife Jerry Mariano, who is 9 months pregnant, watched the fire engulf their home on security cameras. We'll make do, he said after surveying the destruction. Wife and baby are most important. Comedian Pete Lee was in New York ahead of his appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and watched his home burn on live TV. He spoke about the experience while on the show Thursday. The anchor was in front of my house. And he's like, some people are finding out right now that their home is burning by watching this broadcast. And I'm watching it with a friend. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's my house. Lee said. Shark Tank star and real estate mogul Barbara Corcoran shared on Instagram that her home in the Tahitian terraced mobile home complex in Malibu had been lost. For the past 5 years. I've been privileged to have a home in this tight-knit, loving community, she wrote. My heart breaks again and again as I see these incredible people who built their lives here for decades. Many of them seniors who poured their hearts and life savings into their trailers. Left with absolutely nothing. She also shared a link to a GoFundMe to help her neighbors rebuild. We will rebuild. We will do it one day at a time, actor Harvey Guillen wrote along with a video showing the remains of his home. Thank you to my siblings and friends who came to help me and my neighbors pick up the pieces of what is left. The Young and the Restless star Melissa Claire Egan shared a video from the home she'd purchased just 2 weeks before. Now reduced to rubble. We hadn't moved in yet, but it's gone, she wrote on Instagram stories. We are devastated and this is all so horrific. Celebrity chef Molly Bass posted to Instagram indicating that she lost her home. Sharing the last photo I took before we lost it all, a shot of son Gio eating by candlelight during the power outage. We'll recover someday. Thank you to the village. She reflected on their loss in a newsletter days later, saying she experienced a broader and deeper range of emotions than I knew was possible in the days since losing her family home. I am grateful for that. In some moments I am able to see the value and the lessons in this loss. In others, I see darkness, she wrote. Interior designer and former HGTV star Leanne Ford shared that she and her husband Eric had just gotten the keys to a new home in Rustic Canyon 3 weeks ago, only to see it burn down during the fires this week. I've been praying hard for the peace that passes understanding through this, for everyone, she wrote in part. Musician Harry Mack shared on Instagram that he has lost his home in the fire. We're just one of so many families who are grieving in LA right now, he said. My heart goes out to everyone affected. I'm so grateful that we're safe. And we will get through this. Actors and parents to twins Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung lost their home in the fire. Greenberg confirmed on Instagram Thursday. It was all a dream, he wrote on an image of what remained of their home. Thankfully the family is safe. Thank you to all of the firefighters risking their lives. Stay safe out there. He followed up with a video surveying the damage to his home, reflecting, nothing lasts forever. Actor John C. Reilly's home was destroyed in the fire. Photos confirm. His manager did not immediately return a request for comment. Kobe Smulders and Tyrone Killam's home in Pacific Palisades, where they lived with their 2 daughters, was destroyed by fire. Photos show. Reps did not return a request for comment. Schitt's Creek star Eugene Levy, 78, told the LA Times that he'd found himself stuck by black and intense smoke over Temescal Canyon as he tried to leave his home. I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark, the actor added. His son, Dan Levy, posted to Instagram stories. Heartbroken for my family, my friends and the people of LA affected by these catastrophic fires. Photos later confirmed the home had been destroyed. Miles Teller and Kelly Teller lost the $7.5 million home in Pacific Palisades they bought in 2023. Photos show. On Friday, Kelly addressed the loss with the last photo she took of their home standing, writing, Pacific Palisades, I love you beyond measure, you are a little slice of heaven. We will come back stronger than ever. If you're in the LA area, please get out if you can. I wish I grabbed my wedding dress. Wish I did a lot different, but it doesn't matter. Stay safe. Get out. Broken heart, there are no words. Photos show that legendary actor Anthony Hopkins, who turned 87 at the end of 2024, lost his Pacific Palisades home, the apparent location where he often posted videos on his popular TikTok playing the piano or getting ready for the Oscars. According to the Daily Mail, he moved there in 2021, several years after his Malibu home was narrowly spared from the Woolsey fire in 2018. He also previously lost his home in London to fire in 2000. A rep did not respond to a request for comment. But on Friday, Hopkins posted a short note to Instagram, saying, "As we all struggle to heal from the devastation of these fires, it's important we remember that the only thing we take with us is the love we give." The couple, who have been married for 10 years, lost the Pacific Palisades home they share with their 2 children. Photos confirm, below. Reps did not immediately respond to requests for comment. That legendary actor Anthony Hopkins, who turned 87 at the end of 2024, lost his Pacific Palisades home, the apparent location where he often posted videos on his popular TikTok playing the piano or getting ready for the Oscars. According to the Daily Mail, he moved there in 2021, several years after his Malibu home was narrowly spared from the Woolsey fire in 2018. He also previously lost his home in London to fire in 2000. A rep did not respond to a request for comment. But on Friday, Hopkins posted a short note to Instagram, saying, "As we all struggle to heal from the devastation of these fires, it's important we remember that the only thing we take with us is the love we give." John Goodman's Pacific Palisades home was demolished in the fire. Photos show. Reps did not return a request for comment. Ricky Lake is among those mourning the loss of their homes. "It's all gone. I can't believe I am typing these words. After a valiant and brave effort by our friend and hero at @KirbyCotler_Ross and I lost our dream home," she wrote in a heartfelt caption accompanied by a carousel of pictures she took in happier times. This description, dream home, doesn't suffice. It was our heaven on earth. The place where we planned to grow old together. We never took our heavenly spot on the bluff overlooking our beloved Malibu for granted. Not even for 1 second. I shared our sunset views almost daily with all of you," she continued. She added, "This loss is immeasurable. It's the spot where we got married 3 years ago. I grieve along with all of those suffering during this apocalyptic event. Praying for all of my neighbors, my friends, my community, the animals, the firefighters and first responders. More to share soon of how we escaped with Dolly and not much else. For now I grieve." She followed up with a post sharing the play-by-play of the night they had to evacuate. Soap star Cameron Matheson shared a video of the remains of his home in a heartbreaking video posted to Instagram. "We are safe, but this is what's left of our beautiful home. Our home where our kids were raised and where they wanted to raise their own someday," he wrote under the post. "Thanks to all who reached out and checked in. Can't respond to all, so wanted to give an update here," he added. Sending so many prayers to everyone being affected by these fires. Paris Hilton posted a video to Instagram of ABC News footage that showed the charred remains of her beachfront Malibu home, and recalled some happy memories she and her family had there. "Sitting with my family, watching the news, and seeing our home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV is something no one should ever have to experience," she wrote. In part, "This home was where we built so many precious memories. It's where Phoenix took his first steps and where we dreamed of building a lifetime of memories with London. While the loss is overwhelming, I'm holding on to gratitude that my family is safe. My heart and prayers are going out to every family affected by these fires." On Thursday, Paris toured the remains of her home and shared a video with followers, along with a long caption reflecting on the indescribable heartbreak of seeing it reduced to ashes. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Bozoma St. John confirmed on Instagram that her home had burned, sharing a carousel of photos and videos of herself and daughter Lael in happier times in the home. "This was my EFFU I'm here house," she wrote in part. "This is the house where I finally felt like I could choose to spend time, when I wanted to and how I wanted to. It is gone. This is an unimaginable loss. I grieve with the rest of Los Angeles as it burns." The Malibu home that Jeff Bridges shared with his family was destroyed. People confirms. According to TMZ, Bridges, his sister and their brother Beau had inherited it together. The mother of Beyoncé and Solange Knowles, Tina Knowles, shared to Instagram that her home was lost. "It was my favorite place. My sanctuary. My sacred happy place. Now it is gone. God bless all the brave men and women in our fire department who risked their lives in dangerous conditions," she said. "We thank you for your dedication and bravery and for saving so many lives. This could have been so much worse without the dedication of the disaster workers and first responders." Candy Spelling, mom to Tori and widow of late legendary TV producer Aaron, lost the Malibu beachfront home that she owned for 50 years. She confirmed to TMZ, though she had put it up for sale several times recently. She had taken it off the market and said to the outlet, "I'm in shock in processing this massive loss for our family. I am beyond grateful for the memories. It was truly a wonderful gift to have." Shanae Aiko posted to Instagram that her home had been destroyed. "Me and my children's home is gone. Burned to the ground with all of our things inside. Lord have mercy," she wrote in part. She later posted a photo of the home on fire. "I worked very hard, for many years, through a lot of pain, to provide my children with this house," the songwriter wrote. "I put everything into it. Praying none of you ever experience this." Billy Crystal confirmed that he and his family, including Janice, his wife of nearly 55 years, had lost their home. In a statement shared with People, "Words cannot describe the enormity of the devastation we are witnessing and experiencing. We ache for our friends and neighbors who have also lost their homes and businesses in this tragedy. Janice and I lived in our home since 1979. We raised our children and grandchildren here. Every inch of our house was filled with love. Beautiful memories that can't be taken away. We are heartbroken, of course, but with the love of our children and friends we will get through this. We pray for the safety of the firefighters and first responders. The Pacific Palisades is a resilient community of amazing people, and we know in time it will rise again. It is our home." People confirms that Anna Faris lost the Pacific Palisades home where she lived with her family. Anna and her family are safe and very grateful, a representative for the Just Friends actress, 48, told People on Wednesday, January 8. Jennifer Grey's daughter Stella Gregg announced on her Instagram stories that the Dirty Dancing actress's home was burnt to the ground. She assured followers her mom and her dog Winnie were safe and encouraged everyone to give your loved ones an extra squeeze today. Star Trek actress Denise Crosby posted a photo of the ashes of her home, writing, "Yesterday morning I had a beautiful Spanish cottage that gave me endless joy, where I met my husband and raised my son. The only house I've ever owned. With fruit trees I grew. With a garden of native plants. Now, ashes. I am heartbroken." Celebrity stylist Maeve Riley, who works with Eva Longoria and Coco Jones, posted Wednesday night that their house had burned down. And in their neighborhood, everything is gone. Shortly after, she shared that she had to drive to Beverly Hills to evacuate her in-laws. "This feels like a bad dream. Everything we own is in this truck," she wrote on Instagram stories. Riley later shared videos and photos from her harrowing evacuation, including her race to save her pets before the flames reached her home. Celebrity hairstylist and OUAI founder Jen Atkin posted photos to her Instagram stories of her emotional evacuation from her home with her family, including husband Mike Rosenthal and their dog. "Our house is gone. It's almost too much to comprehend. Our neighbors are all taking care of one another and checking in, and that's the theme for 2025, she wrote on Instagram stories. "We're going to be okay. We always push through. I'm just so sad I left my Grandma Atkins church blazer with her tissues and Tic Tacs in the pockets. In a subsequent post, she showed the before and after of her home, saying, "I feel so grateful my family is together. I also feel scared and sad." LA Lakers coach J.J. Redick revealed that his family were freaking out as they were among those forced to evacuate their home amid the fires, ahead of the Lakers vs. Mavericks game in Dallas on January 7th. Redick sent his thoughts and prayers to everyone in the Palisades right now, adding, "That's where I live." According to the AP, he noted, "Our family. My wife's family. My wife's twin sister. They've evacuated. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, including my family. Thoughts and prayers for sure. And hope everyone stays safe." ESPN confirmed on Thursday that Redick's home had burned down. Melissa Rivers called into CNN to confirm that she had lost her home. "My heart is so broken. Not just for myself, it's a town and it's wiped off the map," she said. "That is the end of everything that belonged to my family and the history of it," she said, referring to items she had that belonged to her late parents. Comedy legend Joan Rivers and producer Edgar Rosenberg. "I grabbed my mom's Emmy, a photo of my dad and a drawing my mother had done of me and my son. I went for a drawing of hers, rather than a photo. I know I can find the photos, but a drawing I can't replace." Cary Elwes posted terrifying video of the biblical devastation he was passing as he evacuated his Malibu home. On Wednesday, he shared an update that he and his family did lose their home, adding, "But we are grateful to have survived this truly devastating fire and extending gratitude to the first responders and those sending well wishes." In a harrowing video posted on TikTok, former Hills star Spencer Pratt revealed his home was among those burned down. "Nightmare came true," the father of two captioned the video. His wife Heidi Montag posted a follow-up TikTok in which she confirmed the loss of their home and thanked fans for prayers and thoughts. "Thank God we are safe, it's just, no words." Later that day, Pratt shared a photo from what remained of his home with a note of hope. "The one positive sign I saw as our house burned down was our son's bed burned in the shape of a heart," he captioned the post. "A sign of how much love was in this house, so thankful for all the years and memories there with our family." Model Carolyn Murphy shared to Instagram stories a terrifying video captured on her home security camera of sparks falling around her home seconds before our home went up in flames. "We are safe. Our dogs are safe. And that's all that matters," she wrote. She added in a subsequent story that "My heart goes out for everyone in our community. I pray all the wildlife is safe. Our rascally bobcat. Our fierce mountain lion. The silly coyotes. Waddling skunks. Sleek foxes and singing birds." Mandy Moore is leaning on her loved ones as she and her family, and pets, were also forced to evacuate. "Grateful for the kindness of friends that we had a place to land last night. Trying to shield the kids from the immense sadness and worry I feel. Praying for everyone in our beautiful city. So gutted for the destruction and loss. Don't know if our place made it." She posted a second update on January 8th, saying she was absolutely numb to see the devastation in her hometown of Altadena. "I'm in shock and feeling numb for all so many have lost, including my family. My children's school is gone. Our favorite restaurants leveled. So many friends and loved ones have lost everything too. Our community is broken, but we will be here to rebuild together. Sending love to all affected and on the front lines trying to get this under control," she wrote. Sandra Lee says she had to evacuate her Malibu home as the blazing flames drew closer. "My home in Malibu has got me through some of the darkest moments in my life. I have loved creating it, embellishing it, building it, caring for it, and protecting it. I've cherished every moment I have had with it," she shared on Instagram on January 7th. As the fire draws closer, "I pray for it. I pray for everyone in Los Angeles right now. What an incredibly terrifying moment for my community. As the fire reaches our doorstep, please stay in contact with each other. Community in times like these is our lifeline. On January 8th, she updated followers to say she'd heard conflicting things about whether her home was still standing. Thank you to everyone who has reached out. I just don't know. But this time reminds me of my grandmother's favorite footprints in the sand. It's in God's hands, she wrote. Mark Hamill shared a personal fire update with followers on Instagram, revealing that he'd been evacuated from Malibu at 7 p.m. alongside his wife Mary Lou and their dog Trixie. The Star Wars actor said he arrived safely at his daughter Chelsea's house in Hollywood and urged everyone to stay safe, before noting that they were the most horrific fires since '93, and that his family had been fleeing for our lives. Jamie Lee Curtis revealed that though her house wasn't affected, her entire neighborhood is gone. Our beloved neighborhood is gone. Our home is safe. So many others have lost everything. Help where you can. Thank you to the first responders and firefighters at American Red Cross. She also used her emotional appearance on The Tonight Show Wednesday to advocate for packing an emergency bag. In her role as an American Red Cross ambassador, she later posted a tribute to a local church that burned and had special significance to her. This is the church in the Palisades that had a beautiful Sunday school and was a gorgeous house of worship and is the building that I got sober in 25 years ago, she wrote. I think of all of the souls who came there for comfort and solace and all the baptisms and funerals and weddings and the thousands of people who reclaimed their lives through sobriety. Tough times. We will persevere. God bless you all. Though Brad Paisley and Kimberly Williams Paisley no longer live there, Brad Paisley wrote a tribute to their previous home which was lost and the devastation to his old neighborhood. It was the first house Kim and I bought together. That beautiful old house burned last night, as did most of that community. So many good people displaced, devastated and cast out all over LA, he wrote. I would post a link to donate or raise awareness or something, but it all feels so much bigger than that. I don't know where to begin. I'm sure those of you reading this will find some way to help if you can. But mostly right now I just want to mourn the loss of a town, and acknowledge the beauty and the memories of what it was. It is all so tragic and sad.